What's up, wieners? Today we're going to be seeing how much the average male pisses his pants on both a yearly and lifetime basis using the scientific method. Which part's the scientific method? Who the hell knows? So right away, dudes, have you ever been peeing and you get done, you pull up your boxers and wiggle a little bit before you pull up your boxers, but you still have a few drops fall on your boxers? You're like, what the fuck? Why does this keep happening to me every single time? Maybe you're patient enough to wait it out for 5 minutes and wiggle around over the urinal, but the rest of us got shit to do. So it's a fact of life we have to deal with. We're gonna look at today how much that really affects us. How much pee are we putting in our pants? So let's just jump right into it. What I'm going to start by doing is looking up a constant. So we need to know what quantity we're going by. I want to go by gallons, but you know it doesn't really happen in one sitting that you have 0.00 whatever gallon. We're not going to do that. So we're going to go by drops. So I want to say about the average pee visit to the toilet. You'll probably see around 2 to 3 drops. We're going to be a little bit excessive in this video just for the sake of oohs and ahs. So we're going to do 3 drops. So right away, let's just Google how many drops in 1 gallon and take a look at that. Wonderful. So it looks like 90,921.8 drops, working for about 20 drops per milliliter. That sounds about right. Whoever figured this out is an actual scientist, so we're going to take their word for it. And it's nice that the little thumbnail looks like pee too. That really helps out our ethos or credibility, if you will. So next part of our equation is we're going to see how much does the average male pee per day, and hopefully there'll be some sort of statistic out there that'll help our little project out here. Excuse me, 10 times per day? That's quite a bit, but you know, I am a little bit dehydrated as a person. It says it's not abnormal, so I'm not the control group here, so we're gonna go with this and we're gonna say 10 times per day. I don't know how much you guys pee, but the internet sure does. So if we take the 3 drops for each pee visit and multiply it by our 10 pee visits per day, that brings us to obviously 30 drops per day, which is a lot of piss if you think about it, and it's only going to get worse from there. So if we take the 30 drops per day and multiply it by 365 just for laughs and giggles, that brings us to 10,950, almost 11,000 drops per year in our pants of piss. And let's bring back our gallon number really quick and see how much that compares to 1 gallon. So it's about a 1/9 of a gallon of, I mean, that's really general. I'm not going to do the math on that, but that's still a lot of pee if you think about it, about the milk jug being a 1/9 full. Imagine it being pee, and imagine it being in your pants. Next, we're going to take a look at the average male lifespan. We're going to use the US version of that because, as we all know, the US is the moral center of the world, coming from a US citizen. So we take a look, that's about 78.7 years, which I admit is not ideal, but it is what it is. So we're going to use that as our constant. So if we take our 10,950 and multiply that by our 78.7, that brings us to 861,765. That's drops. So now if we go back to our drops number, we can take that and divide it. So that'll give us how many gallons we're gonna have in our pants of piss in our lifetime, supposedly. So that brings us to 9 gallons and you know, a little bit of change, about half a gallon. So about 9.5 gallons of piss in our lifetime in our pants. Thank you very much for watching. I'm Aaron Wickman. Awesome. Thanks.